Drop a beat.
This is how it starts.
Y'all didn't know I have a DJ name on the weekends?
We drop a different beat.
All right, it is time for the Funkast Blast.
Ooh, Funkast Blast. Funkast Blast. Pew. Pew, pew, pew.
Funkast Blast. Funkast Blast. Pew. Pew, pew.
Today we won't chew into the mics this time.
Is that a better one?
That was awesome.
What's up, fanatics? Welcome to another episode of the Funko Funkast, the only official Funko podcast. We are live this week from San Diego and the new Funko South offices. This is your host, Sully.
This is Cameron.
This is Hillary.
And we are joined by...
Mike Becker.
For most of you listening, I think you know who Mike Becker is. But if not, Mike, let's do a reintroduction of you, pretending someone has listened to the podcast for the first time. Who are you? What do you do for Funko? And how did you come to be in this position?
Well, right now I'm the VP of the creative for the apparel. Having a good time doing that. Actually started Funko out of the garage in '98, if you watch the movie Making Fun. So obviously things have progressed quite a bit from there, from the days of the garage and my little brother and to the time that Brian took it over and has built it into why we're actually probably here talking today.
That's a good plug for Making Fun, the story of...
Now streaming on Netflix.
There you go.
Yeah.
Story of Funko.
I've seen it. It's great. You should check it out.
No pressure.
How many times have you seen it?
I've actually probably seen it, because I worked with David, with the editing a little bit, and yeah, I've seen it a lot, but it still hits me. I still think it's probably one of the best documentaries ever made in the history of mankind.
No pressure with the director in the room.
Yeah.
Now, actually, when we have new employees come on now, that's one of the first things I tell them is if you don't know Funko, go watch the documentary and then come back with questions. But that'll give you a really good idea for what the company's about and what the company's like.
HR requires that you watch Making Fun now.
Do they?
Yeah, when you start.
I thought it was my idea. I was way behind.
How many times have you seen it?
At least 4. I'll introduce it to different family members.
What does Funko mean?
Funko is family to me.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's about the best answer.
No, I mean, honestly, for me, I started as a collector just because I like the look of the pops, but I was instantly in it just because of the community that's around it. Mm-hmm. I met a lot of great people. I've got great friends because of it. It's about the friends we made along the way.
It really is.
Nicely said.
To quote a beautiful genius. Wow. So one of the reasons why we're here is San Diego Comic-Con is literally 24 hours away, a little over 24 hours away when we're recording this. And Fundays is this Friday. And I don't know if people all know it, but Mike, that's his baby. Fundays is his thing.
Yeah, I've been doing it, well, when we did our very first one, actually above Sparky's at Universal City Walk. I think that might have been 99, somewhere in there, or 2000. Maybe I need to see the movie again. I can't really remember, but yeah. So it's morphed into something now where it's a full-on Cirque du Soleil for geeks, and I'm one of those. So I try to build it, hoping that everybody loves it as much as I do.
Oh, it is the hottest ticket in San Diego. Everybody wants to come. Last year we did the live stream of it to give people a taste, but there's nothing like being in the room. We said that a million times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we could hear the energy through the wall, and it's just there's nothing like it, standing in the room and feeling the energy of the crowd and just how excited everyone is to be there.
And one of those opening shots in the documentary is everybody banging those clappers together in that dark room with the lights coming out of them, look like lightsabers. It's very cool.
Yeah, the very first time we did that, it was so deafening. It kind of took me back a little bit because sometimes you're backstage and you're about to come on, and then it's so much louder. Like I've been to KISS, for God's sakes. I've been to a lot of rock concerts and heard a lot of fans go crazy. But man, Fundays, I really, for the size, the amount of people and the size of the room, it's got to be one of the loudest places on earth.
Oh, hands down.
Like per person in the room.
Yeah.
Like it is, yeah. And it grows each year too. I mean, I think people kind of, because of how fast it sells out, because of how sought after it is as an event, I think there's this idea that it's extremely limited, and it is to an extent. But I mean, every year it seems to get bigger and better, and this year is no different. I mean, we just kind of got a glimpse of it during a conversation before this. But what do you hope people take away from Fundays if they're able to attend?
Well, at the end of the day, Funko's always going to make great stuff. We always make great stuff. Everybody knows we're gonna keep pushing that bar, and it's always going to be what is the coolest, neatest stuff that Funko makes. But I also like to always remember, dance with the one that brung you, and I think the Funko feeling, the Funko family, the togetherness, the friendship, I really think that's what transcends, and I really think that's the difference between us and other companies. I think so. That's the message. This year, I'm actually taking a year off. Actually, I have someone standing in for me. It's an English fellow. His name's Sir Marco Beckensworth III. Actually.
Oh yeah, we saw him in the video that's up on our YouTube channel right now.
Yeah,
if
we
anybody
did.
missed out on that, you can check that out. Interesting guy.
Yeah, very interesting guy.
It would be great to catch up with him and
Yeah,
maybe
we'd really like
hear
to
how things are going.
Chat with him, maybe.
It would be. If only he were around.
Hello, everyone.
There he
I am
is.
Sir Marco Beckensworth III.
Sir.
At your service.
Surprise guest on the Funko Funkast, first ever appearance. Marco. Sir Marco. Sir?
Yes, Sir
seen-
Marco.
I think we
Beckens-
start at Sir and work our way
If
more
you get a little
formal
more
or
familiar.
more
Yeah,
casual
there you
if you want. Yeah.
So, sir,
Yes,
what
sir.
have you done to prep for this year's Fun Days? And how's the journey been going so far?
Absolutely horrible. I'm out here at sea right now, actually. I'm paddling my way to Funko Fundays, and as you will note, I'm run out of water, and I'm using only one oar. So it's taking me a long time. I hope when I send word back that the fanatics will appreciate this effort.
He clearly brought a fully charged cell phone
Yeah.
and recording equipment, but not enough water. Marco, sir.
It's a coconut phone.
That's
There you
what
go.
it is.
That's
Those
why-
don't need power.
Crystal clear clarity on that one.
When you arrive, fans are going to be getting there too to come see what the hubbub is all about. What can they do to prep? What can they do on their journey to be ready for Fun Days?
They need to bring their best luau gear. They need to be ready to rock the hula. They need to be ready to limbo on down. But most of all, they've got to be ready for those golden Freddy idols. I hear they're magnificent. There's only one thing, and that's one thing standing in our way of getting those precious little gems, and that's, of course, the great King Funkona.
Who says my name?
Well, sir, I was just...
Yes, silence, please. And who are you, little one?
I'm Sir Marco Beckensworth.
Never heard of him.
Okay.
Nor do I care.
Looks like he got up on the wrong side of the jungle there. All right, so King Funkona, old pal, or should I call you Woody? I know you're a grand tiki god. You got those golden Freddy idols for us or not?
Silence! No one comes to this island to get the King Freddy idols. Whether they are golden, whether they are silver, these idols stay with me.
Yeah, he sounds serious, but I'm sure he'll warm up before you know it.
My mother used to say that.
Wow.
Wow. That was
you,
right.
You certainly have your work cut out for you, Sir
Yes,
Marco.
you do.
Now I'm getting a bit worried, but I am bringing about almost 2,000 Funko fanatics that will attend this thing, and I'm sure that with that power, and we'll be able to show King Funkona the true spirit of fun, I'm sure.
We'll come together on that night and make it happen. I'm sure of it. We always have a good crowd. I'm sure they'll all be there to support you.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, I better get back to it. Using this one oar, it's going to take me another couple of weeks if I don't get back to it there, sir.
You can't be late, sir. We'll have people waiting.
Thank you. Good day.
Good day. Well, Mike, what did you think about Sir Marco appearing? That was pretty amazing.
Yeah, that was great.
He seems like a bit of a wimp. I don't know.
Think you
Seems
could
a
take
little
him?
afraid.
I don't think he can. The odds aren't looking good.
So what is his relationship to Funko? I mean, he knows about the Golden Freddy idols. Is he just steeped in Funko lore and history? Is he just after rare valuables?
I don't know what this guy's all about. He seems to be so obsessed with these golden Freddy idols. It seems almost unhealthy. I mean, he's obviously a collector and an explorer, but he seems like this thing has gotten obsessive with these golden Freddy idols. I mean, he's out on a month-long journey just to make it to Funko Island with one ore, for God's sake.
He must not have a lot of other things going on.
Yeah.
But, everyone's a fan of something. So we know what he's a fan of.
Not a fan of having one oar.
No, he keeps honing in on that, doesn't
Yeah.
he? Why did that boat only have one oar? Who
feel
was
like-
setting him up for failure?
You end up going in circles. You have to be careful.
That's what's taking so long. He's literally just a quarter mile from his destination. He's just going in a circle. Hopefully a strong wind will come along and correct his course.
So you guys know we have a new booth over at Comic-Con this year, right?
Ah, what do you know about that?
I know a little bit. It's Comic-Con SDCC times Funko, and we did some really neat product together with the folks over there at San Diego Comic-Con. And so we're super excited about that partnership. That's going to be really neat. And I think you guys have shown what that product is, right?
Yeah.
Before
Oh,
I
yeah.
say it and get in trouble.
Yeah. No, it's
We've done the big reveal.
yeah, definitely.
So that should be a hot item. I've already seen they're setting up the booth over there, and it's looking amazing. And
Awesome.
It really has been neat over the years as a fan and now an employee of Funko to watch the evolution of Funko at SDCC. Like I've seen the video, of course, and making fun of back when the booth was the cereal milkman style, the 1950s. And then my first introduction was in 2012 when the booth was in the center of the floor and I was able to just walk in. There was no line. And how it's evolved. And now this year, not only do we have that Funko SDCC booth, but our main booth has got some neat reveals coming. And Loungefly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Three
we have
spots.
3 booths on the show floor this year. It's crazy.
Wild.
Pretty insane. And we've got a fun button program this year. Did you see that?
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I helped out a little on that, and I've seen it, and I think it's probably the greatest buttons I've ever seen in the history of mankind.
Now that's what I like to hear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was
Agreed.
it 50 different buttons?
50
50?
buttons for 50 years of SDCC.
Right,
Yep.
and after you collect them, take a photo, use the hashtag FunkoFlair to show off your button collection.
I saw people immediately. We put up the map that shows where they're at all over the show floor, told people what they could do, the panels that they would be at as well to go get them, and immediately people start tagging one another. I need this one. I need this
Yep.
one. This
Yeah.
is my favorite. I need
So
this
it's like
one.
a scavenger hunt?
There is a scavenger hunt element to it for sure. But we have 20 some odd at the Funko booth alone that people will come in and they'll get one. And then chances are if they want a whole set or certain characters, they're going to have to trade.
It's going to be
Yeah.
hard to do.
It is.
It's
for
very
sure.
similar to the bag situation at SDCC every year. Whenever any fan comes in, and they just revealed these a couple days ago, they all get a WB TV bag. That can be anything this year from Supergirl to Arrow, Supernatural, Game of Thrones, but you don't know what you get when you walk in.
Is there a He-Man one too? Or
Not this
year.
But then they have to help each other. So on social media, they'll use tags and then meet up and trade. So they'll have to do the same thing with the buttons. Is there a button in there that you would have to have, Mike? You saw the lineup. Is there something you're a fan of in the lineup? Maybe Stranger Things or the Russo brothers or...
Yeah, I finally got through the whole Stranger Things. I'm loving that. So, yeah, that's pretty good.
That's the
I'd
one.
probably go Stranger Things.
How about you, Cameron? Was there a favorite?
I saw we have a Leia. That's cool. Leia at the Star Wars booth.
Sold.
Yeah.
Probably HR Puff and stuff.
Oh, those are
Darn
nice.
it, that's the one I wanted now that you said that. I'll trade you.
There you go.
See, it's happening already.
I know, right?
That's what it's all about.
Because we have
Not the
those pops
community.
at the booth
What
too.
about, which one would you pick?
Is Gilligan's Island still around?
You know they'll reboot it at some point, so maybe soon.
Right.
Oh, good.
The God is happy. So every year you prep for Fun Days. That's a big element of what you do. Do you get to the show at all? Do you ever get to go over to the show floor?
I do. I usually go Saturday and a little bit Sunday because, Fun Days is over. I'm finally able to take a breath. I go over there and check out, say hi to a lot of the fans that are over there at the booth. And there's a couple other booths that I personally hit every year, just that stuff that I collect as well. A lot of cool Japanese stuff, a lot of cool monster stuff. That's, some stickers, T-shirts.
Have you gotten into the enamel pin game like the rest of us? We all seem to have those enamel pins now.
I have them. I don't even know what I'm going to do anymore because I've got, that collection accumulates so quickly. And as you can see by looking at my office, I have
kidding.
nowhere else to put one more thing.
I don't know. This looks like a lot of extra space to me.
Brian,
There's
was in here
single
this
space.
morning, and he gave me some of the coolest ad figures. And look at those
Oh.
vintage Jiminy
Oh,
Crickets.
those
that
are
front row?
amazing.
That's pretty
Yeah, I
cool.
mean, just magnificent stuff. So, Brian, if you're listening, thank you again. I want that last McGill gorilla, though, please. Please.
You're putting in your requests. I love it. I don't know if ours is the medium to get his attention for that, but
It can't hurt.
you
It
never
certainly
know.
can't hurt.
He's an avid
Yeah.
listener, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Every once in a while, he'll just look at me in the halls around the office, and he'll nod. And I know he
Funcast
just listened to the
blast.
Funcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funcast blast.
He submits questions under another name. It's got
I
to
believe it. I believe it.
You guys have any questions for Mike? Anything you can think of that? What we get to pick his brain. This is rare that we get to have time with him. I probably should have prepped questions from fans. Fail on my part.
Here, why don't I tweet one out right now?
Yeah.
See what we get from fans.
Oh.
It's a great idea.
Well, while we're doing that, thank you for that. You have been going to SDCC for many years. What's that evolution been like for you? How's that been?
Yeah, that's crazy. We were the first booth. One year they had this thing, they were calling it art vinyl, and I think they called it the Cult Yard. That might have been the first year they did that, and we wanted to be a part of that, and that was really neat. That was the Tim Biscup, and some of those guys were in that area, and that was the first year I think we did a kind of a more of a super themed booth. We did the grocery store type theme, and all wore the aprons, and we had a great time. But yeah, I've seen it go from where preview night was like nobody. Like you could run down those aisles. There was nobody at preview night, hardly, except for actually more like media to cover it, to now, you couldn't even get another person in there with a shoehorn. So it's crazy. And I mean, it seemed like it really started happening about about 2006, 2007 is where it really started to get nuts when it became like a little bit hipper to be geekier,
Yeah, I remember the tales of people coming and spending a few hours in line to buy their tickets for the next year. So they were all set to, by the time I went to go, it's like, oh, here are the 10 steps you've got to go to get your name on a list for the right to get in to try to buy tickets. It turned into a whole thing within just a matter of years. And then try to get a hotel. Hotel apocalypse is a real thing. That's what people call it when they try to get the hotels there. So you've tweeted out, and we're just waiting on some fans to pop us a question. Pop us a question. I had to do that on purpose.
The first question is, what's it like being the funnest person on the planet?
Well, it's a tough job, but
That's from Emo Agogo.
Nice. Long-time fan.
no, I mean, I do, believe it or not, this is going to sound funny, but I do take it seriously as far as I don't consider myself the funnest person, but I like to have fun. You got to remember, a guy told me this a long time ago. He says, you can't take life too seriously because you're never going to make it out alive anyway. So you got to kind of like, I do get in moments where I realize I got to check myself. I get so wound up and so serious about things. I go, this was all supposed to be as a relief, as fun, as a place where people could go to forget about all that real serious stuff. So a lot of times people just feed off the energy. So I just try to keep that Funko kind of vibe and energy and try to remember that, hey, it's all just for fun anyway.
It's a great policy. If it gets to be too serious, maybe that's not the fun for you anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe you find a different fun.
Do you have a favorite character from the Fantastic Plastic line?
Well, it probably would have been maybe one of the kind of the odd rod weirdos looking dudes that we kind of like loved as kids that we tried to emulate when we first started it, which was probably like Otto. I guess probably Otto or Chet.
Mm-hmm. Some of the originals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they've remade both of those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Fantastic Plastic over the last year as pops have been popular, for lack of a better term.
And it's gotten people to return to the wobbler format too, so that's been really cool to see.
Yeah. I've seen more and more photos. We just did the Funko Photo a Day Challenge, and it's amazing to see people's collections, especially we did a Shelfie Day, so people share their entire collection in a photo or a few photos. You blow your mind. I mean, you saw it in the documentary, but to see what some people have as a setup in their house is just truly amazing. The fact that they actually get it all displayed and organized, mine just look like a bunch of boxes. But
there are a number of questions about Fundays themes, and are there any themes that you've wanted to do and haven't been able to do, or ones that were kind of like pie in the sky?
Yeah, I mean, for me, you know, I'm older now, so I mean, I would love to do Funko Funkdays, you know, because I love the '70s and I love that kind of music. I would love to do something like I love what was it called, The Greatest Showman, right? Was that the?
Oh yeah.
So I'd love to do something circus, all out circus themed. I'd love to do something like maybe music like related, like maybe kind of fun metal music. I don't know.
Ooh,
I don't know.
Metal one would be
I'd love to do
Metal
something Halloween, kitschy Halloween horror related. You know, I don't know. Those are all things, the weird world that I live in, but we all live in our own world anyway, don't we?
a little bit.
Oh yeah.
That's
I
what
mean,
makes
we
it fun.
kind of really do, don't we? I mean, we all live in our own world, but our perception of everything is different. Each person has a different perception of the same thing. So anyway, what the heck am I talking about here?
That's okay. We're just trying to distract you from all the thinking that goes into fun days. We thought we'd take you out of the element for a few minutes. Hopefully we did that.
Yeah.
Any other questions from the?
Do you have a favorite Fundays theme so far?
Easily this one. The one that we're about ready to embark on, this incredible journey, because who doesn't love, you know, a good old-fashioned luau, tiki party? I mean, if you did see the movie, that was one of the fun things that brought me and Rob Schwartz together early on, is we both had a love of collecting those old tiki mugs and running around to swap meets and Goodwills and buying them back in the day for 50 cents or $1 and seeing who could amass the greatest collection of tiki mugs. And that led to us holding tiki parties and limbo contests and putting on grass skirts and being dorks and so for me today, this comes back full circle. You know, it's fun. Everybody's got a Hawaiian shirt in the closet, right? And it gives you like license, if you will, to loosen up and act fun and also dress and be a part of the fun, where you're not a spectator just watching the fun, you're part of the fun. And that's why I know already this theme is going to have more people participating than we ever have before. Yeah. Last year, by the way, even though everybody knows I'm a crazy 80s freak, right? And I live for the 80s, and I love New Wave, and I love everything 80s. There isn't anything in the 80s. I mean, from the DeLoreans to the, you know, the movies at the time, the music. I mean, who doesn't love Rick Springfield and Duran Duran? But still, last year, we probably had, I'd say about 60-70% of the people dress for the 80s that get together we had. But I'm almost thinking we're going to get close to 90 to 100% this year.
Yeah, I agree.
Once we put out the theme and we had to go out and look, I was amazed. I think the rest of the world caught on and knew what was happening because everywhere I went, Hawaiian shirts.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
it's a comfort level thing too. You know, if it's it's the barrier to entry is like wear a Hawaiian shirt at minimum. You know, it's pretty comfortable.
And it's pretty comfortable for July in San Diego.
Totally.
I did hear a few people last year say, "You want me to wear a prom dress in July or something, or a tux?" And I thought, I never thought of that. Gosh.
They did.
Oh, they did.
I know I did.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
We were multi-levels to our tuxes.
Yeah, you had a powder blue suit,
Yeah.
A top hat.
top hat,
Heavy,
everything.
very heavy material.
Oh.
And
It had
you
been
were
worn by
in that little room.
Yeah, we were in the control booth. The what do we call it? The AV club.
Yeah, we
at
were in the
high
AV
school.
club.
It was rather toasty in there, and I'm pretty sure that tuxedo I had on had been worn since 1975, pretty much every weekend for some sort of event. It had some miles on
was
it
a
and
whole-
some stories to tell.
Lived in.
Yes, I was happy to get it in the box and return to the rental place. We had our moment together. Go on for somebody else now.
We did get a question about if you're going to play ping pong against Brian anytime soon.
You know what? He's been on a winning streak lately, and it's starting to bother me. He's won the last 8 in a row.
Wow.
And yeah, I can't quite figure out what he's doing. But
He's training.
He is training, watching
he's
YouTube
training.
videos.
yeah, I wouldn't doubt that.
Last year when we recorded with you, we just recorded the audio of you and Brian playing and us just commentating on it. And we let that go for like 10 or 15 minutes. And people to this day are like, that was one of my favorite episodes. I loved hearing them play ping pong.
Well, just so that everybody else knows, I mean, there's a whiteboard right next to the ping pong table that has the all-time record of how you guys like wins for both of you.
All time?
I mean, I don't know if all time is a fair assessment, but it's got to be. I mean, it's not like a few dozen. It's like hundreds, if not thousands.
Yeah, it's
of
hundreds
games.
and hundreds and hundreds of games we played, and it's really only separated by about 50. Wow. Or maybe about 35 games after hundreds of games, and of course he's the one that has the edge, which we're very competitive.
Yeah,
He's slightly better than me in golf. He's slightly better than me in tennis. I hope he's listening right now. He's so funny.
he's slightly better.
Slightly.
He can kick my butt at tennis.
You hired a coach? You get a personal coach in for your ping pong game?
You know, I'm going to do that. The heck with this. Because I know he's probably doing it.
Called out.
Or you need to find another game.
What was that?
You need to find another game, something you have an edge on him for.
Yeah, I'm better at him at what do you guys call that? Bago or cornhole?
Cornhole.
Yeah.
I'm really brushing up on that. I'm getting really good at that now. So,
And you've got the space for it outside.
yeah, we have it. We play it at lunch.
Oh, awesome. That's cool.
Darts? You ever play darts?
Not since breakfast.
Wow, quite the eventful morning. In his kitchen while he's eating cereal.
And then just to kind of wrap this up, this is not a question, but would love to say thank you. The hardest working man and so dedicated and passionate about what he loves and created. Thank you, Mike Becker, chairman of Fun. Just
that
want to
was
say
nice.
thank you.
Oh, that was sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always nice to hear. Thank you for saying that.
All right, well, I know you're a busy man. You got a lot going on, so we'll probably wrap this up so we can get it out to everybody before Fun Days. But any final words, final thoughts on Fun Days and SDCC 2019?
No, just come and enjoy each other's company and realize that you're among like-minded friends. And just enjoy the moment, you know? Just enjoy the moment and the Funko magic, man. We'll hopefully we do it upright for everybody, and both at Comic-Con and at Fun Days. So we'll see you there.
Gotta go,
Goodbye.
but you know.